Hey everyone, welcome back to 01 Illusion Nexus. Today we're bringing you the interesting things about Pope Francis you need to know. Let's dive right in. Title: Pope Francis, A Life of Faith, Leadership and Compassion. Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio on December 17, 1936, in Buenos Aires, Argentina, is the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church. He's the first Pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit Pope, and the first non-European Pope in over 1,200 years. Known for his humble lifestyle, compassion for the poor, and emphasis on social justice and environmental protection, Pope Francis has made significant strides in reforming the Church and addressing pressing global issues. This biography will explore the life, vocation, and leadership of Pope Francis, shedding light on his early years, his time as a priest and bishop, his papacy, and the impact he has had on the Catholic Church and the world. Jorge Mario Bergoglio was born to Italian immigrants in Buenos Aires, Argentina, on December 17, 1936. His father, Mario Bergoglio, was an accountant and his mother, Regina, was a homemaker. Growing up in a middle-class family in the bustling city of Buenos Aires, Jorge was exposed to both the challenges of urban life and the strong sense of community that would shape his understanding of the world. From a young age, Jorge was known for his intelligence, discipline, and strong sense of social responsibility. He attended primary school at the Escuela Primaria San Jose, and later studied at the prestigious Colegio de la Inmaculada Concepción. It was during his teenage years that he first began to seriously consider his vocation to the priesthood. Despite initially studying to become a chemical technician, Jorge felt a calling to religious life and entered the Society of Jesus, the Jesuit order, in 1958. The Jesuit order is known for its commitment to education, intellectual rigor, and social justice. It was within this context that Jorge began to hone his theological and philosophical thinking. He was drawn to the Jesuit emphasis on service to the poor and the marginalized, which would later become central to his papacy. Jorge's decision to become a Jesuit priest marked the beginning of a lifelong commitment to faith and social justice. After entering the Jesuits, Jorge Bergoglio spent several years studying at the Jesuit seminary in Buenos Aires, where he developed a deep understanding of Catholic theology, philosophy, and the spiritual life. In 1969, at the age of 33, he was ordained a priest. Following his ordination, Father Jorge Mario Bergoglio began his ministry as a Jesuit priest in Buenos Aires. His early years in the priesthood were marked by his dedication to teaching and pastoral care. He served as a teacher and spiritual director at various institutions, including the Colegio Máximo de San Jose, a Jesuit university in Buenos Aires. In addition to his work in education, Bergoglio was deeply involved in the spiritual formation of his fellow Jesuits, helping to shape their understanding of their vocation and the importance of serving the poor. As a young priest, Bergoglio faced the political and social turbulence of Argentina during the 1960s and 70s. The country was experiencing political unrest, marked by violent repression, military dictatorship, and human rights abuses. During this time, Bergoglio became known for his advocacy of social justice, human rights, and the dignity of the human person. He was not afraid to speak out against the oppressive government, despite the risks involved. One of the defining moments of Bergoglio's early ministry was his involvement in the Jesuit order's renewal during the 1970s. As a member of the Jesuit leadership, he was instrumental in guiding the order through the challenges of the post-Vatican II era. The renewal focused on a return to the core Jesuit mission of serving the poor and promoting social justice, even in the face of political pressure and violent opposition. In the 1970s, during Argentina's military dictatorship, the church was a site of intense debate. Some clergy supported the military junta, while others, like Bergoglio, worked to protect victims of state-sponsored violence. There are controversies surrounding Bergoglio's actions during this time, particularly related to his role in the disappearance of 2 Jesuit priests. However, Bergoglio has stated that he acted to protect the lives of those under threat, and many Jesuit colleagues have attested to his role in helping people during these dark years. In 1998, after years of dedicated service as a Jesuit priest, Jorge Mario Bergoglio was appointed Archbishop of Buenos Aires, the capital city of Argentina. The appointment marked a significant turning point in his life, as he would now lead one of the largest and most influential dioceses in Latin America. As Archbishop, Bergoglio quickly became known for his pastoral approach to leadership. He focused on caring for the spiritual and material needs of the people of Buenos Aires, especially the poor and marginalized. His efforts to address social issues such as poverty, unemployment, and inequality made him a beloved figure among the people of Buenos Aires. He was often seen walking the streets of the city, visiting hospitals, orphanages, and homeless shelters. Bergoglio's approach to leadership was deeply rooted in his Jesuit spirituality. He emphasized the importance of humility, service, and simplicity in his personal and public life. Despite his high position within the church, he lived simply, often choosing to stay in modest accommodations rather than the grand archbishop's residence. He was known for his rejection of material wealth and his deep commitment to social justice. In addition to his pastoral work, Bergoglio was a vocal advocate for interfaith dialogue. He built strong relationships with leaders of other faiths, including Muslims, Jews, and Protestants, seeking to foster peace and understanding between religious communities. His efforts in this regard were a testament to his belief that faith should unite people rather than divide them. On March 13, 2013, Jorge Mario Bergoglio was elected the 266th Pope of the Roman Catholic Church following the resignation of Pope Benedict XVI. The election of Bergoglio as Pope was historic for several reasons. He was the first Pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit Pope, and the first non-European Pope in over a millennium. Upon his election, Bergoglio took the papal name Francis, in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, who is known for his commitment to poverty, humility, and service to the poor. The choice of this name reflected the Pope's own values and priorities, which would define his papacy. From the outset of his papacy, Pope Francis made a strong impression on the world. He rejected many of the traditional trappings of papal office, opting for a more humble and accessible approach. He lived in a guest house rather than the papal apartments, and often chose to interact with ordinary people rather than staying in the confines of the Vatican. Pope Francis's papacy has been marked by his emphasis on mercy, humility, and social justice. One of his first acts as Pope was to call for a church that was more focused on the needs of the poor and marginalized. He has repeatedly stressed that the church must be a field hospital for the wounded, offering healing and compassion to all people, regardless of their background. One of the most prominent themes of Pope Francis's papacy is his emphasis on mercy and forgiveness. He has called for a church that is less judgmental and more compassionate, one that reaches out to those on the margins of society and offers them forgiveness and understanding. His papal document, Misericordiae Vultus, which established the Year of Mercy in 2015, was a powerful reminder of the importance of mercy in Christian life. Pope Francis has been a strong advocate for environmental protection, urging the world to take action on climate change and environmental degradation. His 2015 encyclical, Laudato Si', called for a global response to the environmental crisis, emphasizing the interconnectedness of all creation and the need for sustainable development. The Pope has urged both individuals and governments to adopt lifestyles and policies that prioritize the care of the earth. Throughout his papacy, Pope Francis has consistently championed the cause of the poor and marginalized. He has spoken out against inequality, exploitation, and economic systems that prioritize profit over people. He has called for greater economic justice, advocating for a more equitable distribution of wealth and resources, and encouraging Catholics to live with a spirit of generosity and solidarity. Pope Francis has worked tirelessly to bring about reforms within the Catholic Church. He has addressed issues such as financial transparency, clericalism, and the need for greater accountability within the Vatican. His efforts to reform the Curia, the central governing body of the Church, have been a key part of his papacy. Pope Francis's papacy has had a profound impact on the Catholic Church and the world. His emphasis on mercy, compassion, and social justice has reshaped the way many Catholics view their faith and their role in society. He has also brought attention to global issues such as climate change, economic inequality, and refugee rights, encouraging Catholics and people of all faiths to take action. While some have criticized his reforms and his calls for change, Pope Francis's influence continues to grow, as he inspires people around the world to live more justly and to care for the poor and the planet. In the years to come, Pope Francis will undoubtedly be remembered as a pope who sought to make the Catholic Church more compassionate, inclusive, and attuned to the needs of the world. His legacy will continue to shape the direction of the Church for generations to come. Pope Francis's life and papacy serve as a testament to the power of humility, mercy, and social justice. From his early years in Buenos Aires to his election as Pope, he has remained committed to serving others and making the world a better place. Through his leadership, he has inspired millions to live with greater compassion, to care for the earth, and to stand up for the poor and marginalized. Pope Francis's influence extends far beyond the Church, and his legacy will continue to shape the world for years to come.